What's up, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we are playing a curse deck today, or we're playing a Worm Curse, basically is what we're trying to do in Historic. Massacre Worm, really awesome card. Love this card. 6 mana, 6/5. Whenever it enters the battlefield, everything gets -2, -2. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, that player loses 2 life. So the basic idea that I had with this deck is there's a lot of goblins out there right now. And Massacre Worm can just kill tons and tons of goblins and do great work for us. And we wanted ways that we can make sure that we are taxing opponents for having lots and lots of creatures, because there's enough of those type of creature decks for lots of things coming out in the battlefield at the same time. There's a couple different decks that are out there. The combo with Neoform, the combo with Emery being able to come back from the graveyard over and over again, or being able to untap and keep playing all the stuff over and over again. Basically, typically you run Karn to deal with all that. And honestly, with this deck, yeah, if we ran Karn, it'd probably be a little bit more competitively. But I've run Karn so many times that I'm okay playing something new here. So I'm throwing out different options. That's what this deck is all about. Is trying to throw out different options, as well as play something that's fun and janky, something that's cool, and a different win condition as well. So Trespasser's Curse came out with Amonkhet remastered. 2 mana, enchant player, so you can enchant the opponent whenever a creature enters the battlefield under enchanted player's control. That player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. So this is great if they're playing any creatures. We have Authority of Council as well to make sure we're gaining even more life, slows them down even more so we can get up to our more expensive stuff. We can get up to our Wrath of God, slow them down a little bit. We also have Blood Artist, so that when we do Wrath of God, if they have lots of creatures, we can also just kind of get in for an extra 5 or 6 points of damage. That's really all that Blood Artist is in here for, is it's an extra copy of our Massacre Worm for whenever things die, basically. And it's more focused on we want their stuff to die. So we have the Wrath of Gods kind of do that. We are making sure we're slotting in more removal in general, destroyed removal rather than exile stuff. And then Ethereal Absolution, which actually hits tons and tons of stuff in the format right now, is the other kind of payoff here with Massacre Worm. So that's the basically idea. So Trespasser's Curse targets opponents. But the issue is there are some people just playing control that aren't going to play creatures, that aren't doing that kind of shenanigans. A lot of the decks in Historic are right now, but there are some decks out there that are still weird and playing control-y type stuff. That's why we have Clackbridge Troll as well. Throws out goats onto their side of the board. If we have Massacre Worm or play Massacre Worm on the next turn, it's 6 extra damage to them, and we can get in with Clackbridge Troll, which typically 14 points of damage can end the game pretty quickly, especially if we've done any kind of damage along the way with Trespasser's Curse beforehand, hitting down with more Clackbridge Trolls, Blood Artist getting in for even a few points of damage. And then we also have Ethereal Absolution that just works with Clackbridge Troll, where it says, okay, all those goats immediately die, and then Clackbridge Troll gets in for damage. So that's kind of the idea of this deck, is there's that combo of Clackbridge Troll can just have them sacrifice the goat, we gain 3 life, do all this stuff. We're playing enough board wipes and everything that we're fine with the few creatures that we have dying to make sure that we stay alive and can keep grinding out value with Ethereal Absolution if we need to, or just getting in for a few points of damage here and there with Trespasser's Curse, that kind of stuff. And that's basically the idea of the deck. So the rest of the deck, Mazemind Tomes, make sure we draw what we need to. Thoughtseize to make sure we're stopping Ugins from happening, bad things from happening, that kind of stuff. Stopping the early game. Emeria's Call, just to fill up more slots in our land base. We have 23 main lands, or like normal lands, 4 others, so 27 lands altogether in the deck. Emeria's Call, just be able to have that top end every once in a while. I wanted to run 2 copies of this because in the early game we're definitely playing it out as a land, but I want to run into something else that we can just finish out the game with here. And the other side of it too is our Gideon of the Trials, which does kind of just, the emblem can be pretty nice if we can protect him, but the other side of it is he can just become a 4/4 and swing in over and over again if we can keep the board clear or small with Ethereal Absolution or with whatever else. Getting into the Trials can just be really nice. If we have Ethereal Absolution, it's a 5/5 swinging in. It's really hard for an indestructible creature to really be chump blocked over and over and over again when the tokens won't typically be able to be created. We also can just make the flyers with Ethereal Absolution. So that is the idea of this deck. 1 Set of the Wreckage for the occasional times that we just needed something else to do stuff. That's the only thing that we have for exile besides everything there. I was debating and throwing in like stuff to give him -2 in the 3-drop slot, anything there, but I felt like the decks that we're going to want this for is the Goblin decks. If they get to Muxus before we can actually interact, do anything, we need to have a Settled Wreckage there every once in a while just to deal with it. So that's what we're doing. So let's go ahead, jump into the gameplay, see how this deck does for us, and wish me luck. Here we go. All right, I'm against Delwyn. Man, 2 lands again. We're mulliganing this time. All right, that's better. This is a lot better. Do we hold on to both Wrath of Gods? Or hold on to the Blood Artist? The Blood Artist really isn't like a very important thing in our deck. I think we drop that. We try to hold up the Wrath of Gods instead. Against the right deck, I'd much rather have 2 of them. Up against a control deck, the Blood Artist really doesn't do much for us. Nice. All right, so Fabled Passage first. Pass the turn. Three of the consoles. We're going to run up against a mirror match. There is another card that you can play for the dagger burn side of things that can actually be really, really fun. Going to go ahead and get up Trespasser's Curse. I'm assuming they're playing Control, but it could be like Merriment Control. Phyrexian Arena. Okay. Gideon or Mazemind Tome? I guess Mazemind Tome, right? We're trying to dig for that 4th land. That's the turn. Gideon doesn't have any targets related to tick up for. It's not like it's getting to an ultimate. It does get to become a 4/4 that swings in, though. That is pretty nice. So I guess I should have valued that a little bit higher. Phyrexian Arena. Dude, they're doing a bunch of incremental damage to themselves. I'm not keeping that on top. Dude, I put a stop there before. The way that these stops work, I think, is so dumb sometimes. Yeah, it makes me really angry, actually. All right, we're playing Gideon. I mean, hitting a land really wasn't that bad. I think I would like to have lands. Let's go ahead and just do an emblem now, right? Pass the turn. Takes 2. I mean, drawing lots of cards, though. Honestly, maybe we should be playing Phyrexian Arena in this deck as well. I kind of forget that this is a card. All of these, like, there's the jumpstart cards, but then there's all the historic anthology ones that came up beforehand. And honestly, I kind of forgot about a lot of those ones. Anointed Procession. Okay, that can be bad for us. More lands. Sure. We have no payoffs, but all of our payoffs are going to come with drawing more lands. If they're going to go with a bunch of small tokens, then Massacre Worm becomes amazing. So if we can find that, then sweet. We can get a second emblem if we want it. All right, we'll swing in with Gideon. Do we draw now to try to find something else? What else could we play? Another Trespasser's Curse, something like that would be nice. Pass the turn. All right, make a bunch of 2 toughness tokens. I'm guessing this is Merriment, which they need double white for it. Immortal Sun. Okay. Dude, they just have so much card draw now, though. I'm not going to play out Massacre Worm this turn. Let's just try to find other things we can play. Another Trespasser's Curse. Another Mazemind Tome is pretty nice. Okay, pass the turn. Hold up Heartless Act. Dude, so much card draw. I mean, they are letting their life total go down really low. If they're trying to dig for like a Gideon, maybe we have a shot. If they just play a bunch of tokens and we get to Massacre Worm, that's a pretty good way to win the game. Although this does make everything a lot bigger. So hopefully they're 1/1s. Doesn't shock themselves in, out. Okay. Trespasser's Curse also helps us a ton here. I think we're looking for another one of those. Hidden Stockpile, okay. Nothing's left yet, so no Revolt triggers. Let's draw a card here. I'm debating if I want to stop on the upkeep for Scry. Ethereal Absolution kind of does some stuff for us. What are we actually looking for? Probably just another Trespasser's Curse, right? Clack Patrol actually pretty sweet as well. They make... Oh my gosh. Okay, watch this. In some ways this is bad for us, but in other ways this is exactly what we want. So Clack Patrol, they gain 1 life. Then they create 1,000,000 tokens, which can hit in, which is annoying, but they also take 6 damage here. Then they take 2 more. Yeah, okay. And then please Massacre Worm. Oh man. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. They can get rid of these creatures. I'm not sure. I guess they're, yeah, going for the scry, I guess. The worst case scenario here is they find something else to give everything +1/+1. If they can get everything to 3 toughness, that's not good. I think we can Massacre Worm. I think Massacre Worm's ability works with Wrath of God. We probably have to Wrath of God first to get a turn. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. Hey, let us draw a card. Come on, you know you want to. I mean, they know that we're playing Massacre Worm just for the fact that we have Clack Patrol out there. Like, it's obvious that it would be in this deck. Definitely interesting. I do wonder if we ought to be playing the Dagger as well, just to create the Dagger burn scenarios as well. It creates some plant tokens for them. All right, so they can kill Gideon. If you have any revolt triggers, it creates 2 creatures and you die immediately. Village Rites, sacrifices one of them, okay. And bonus gives up. There we go. Yes. Okay, that was a sweet game. That was nice. Yeah. That's the funny thing. Trespasser's Curse really is really good against certain matchups as well, where it's kind of a hate card, but not one that you would ever throw in a sideboard because there's not enough decks run that kind of stuff, but it is really good. All right, we get Hawkfrost, and initially I was like, oh man, we only have 2 lands, but it's kind of funky how I wish Wizards would actually like treat these similar to lands rather than to spells, and throw them over in the mana base or right next to it, just because I feel like it would make more sense in my mind at least. Got some tap lands up against red. I think this was the wrong keep, but now we know that, so yay. We do have a lot of untapped lands. We just found all the ones that aren't up against the wrong deck, so yay. No board wipes either right now. Yeah. Okay. I don't think we bolt ourselves for a Maze Mind Tome, right? No, absolutely not. Okay, cool. So yeah, Emeria's Call tapped. Pass the turn. This is gonna be rough. Chain Whirler, yeah. Well, we have some Wrath of Gods. We're definitely gonna find those at some point, right? Please. Authority of the Consoles would be pretty sweet too. All those kinds of shenanigans, that would be pretty cool. All right, so what we do is we throw out Gideon. We tick up on Chain Whirler.
Now it's my turn.
Carry Zev. They have to send everything at Gideon. Okay. Now, not everything, but basically. And we have a chance to find a board wipe. If we find a board wipe here, that's huge. We actually have a shot then. All right. Token comes in, attacks there as well. Down to 13. Board wipe. Come on. Wrath of God. I believe in you. Yes. All right, I have white mana there. I think that, I guess with Mary's Call, we're fine grabbing another white source. So yeah, one more white source. Wrath. And we're back in the game. Gideon was perfect. That's kind of the idea of Gideon, is if it doesn't do all the other stuff, it still does that. All right. I think we get down the other Maria's Call. I'd rather hold up to use these Hogger Maulings. So tapped. Yeah, they're going to be running Ember Cleaves, or Castle Embreths, and so giving them a bunch of goats can actually be pretty bad, so we're going to be a little bit protective here. Do that at instant speed, pass the turn. There is Ramming Up Ruins that can just do damage, although this is colorless, not a colored spell, so... Oh, I should kill this before Ember Cleave comes down on it. Now they might just throw out the Ember Cleave anyway. Bone Crusher, down to 9. No other burn. That's big. Bone Crusher is annoying, but gain 3 life. They do have Castle Embreth. Oh, that's an interesting choice. Interesting indeed. So next turn we can play Mazemind Tome and the Mauling. If we give them the goats, they can use the Castle Embreth to swing in with it. If we find like a Massacre Worm, then it's a pretty good thing for us in general. If they do decide to tap down, we at least gain 3 life and draw a card, and we can dig for another board wipe. I don't think they have enough for lethal. They go up to 5, 6, 7. They'd have to sack one of them. Yeah, so I think it's still the right play. Ember Cleave is annoying, but now we might have a blocker for an Ember Cleave if it does come in. So they do tap, sack. Okay, so we get something out there. Nice. Oh, less nice. Take 6. Down to 6. Blood Artist. Hagra Mauling. Kill Torbran. Gain some life. Sacks another thing, gains some more life. That's 4 life. Yes, 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 yes. And a Gideon off the top is actually really nice here. Torbran again. I mean, that's cool. If you want to be that way, I guess. I think we take 6 again. I don't feel like it's being too greedy. Maybe it is, but I think we do take 6 again. Ethereal Absolution is interesting. Okay, I think it's Gideon. So that source does extra damage.
Plain worth saving.
Mazemind Tome or Trespasser's Curse. This also gains us life, which if I can play it with a Clackbridge Troll, it's nice. So hitting a land would be nice, like Trespasser's Curse, Clackbridge Troll, gain a bunch of life, have more stuff on board to die to Ethereal Absolution. I think that's our best play. If we don't hit land, though, I want to do that sooner. I think we want to go for some life gain right away. So target them. Maybe taking down to 0 might be the better play here. All right, stop Bone Crusher from doing anything. They do have Ramming Up Ruins. It doesn't actually kill us. We say no attacks. Pass the turn. Oh yeah, that's game. And that's where I should have used the emblem with Gideon, as if they just had burn with Torbran. All right, dude, this deck is actually coming, like pulling it out for a second. Yeah, I should have emblem Gideon. My bad. But then they just stepped on Clackbridge Troll. They get him with one of these guys, and we're basically dead. I guess I can block. Yeah. I guess we would have gained enough life. Yeah, that was a misplay, I guess. Up against Agamiz. And yeah, this is a sweet hand. Mazemind Tome, Mauling, Wrath of God. Wouldn't mind a 2-mana removal spell or something for the turn 3 something, but we'll keep it. Being on the draw, we could definitely be dead by turn 4. Yep. See how that goes. You can always bring up Blood Artist just as a chump blocker as well. Slow the game down a little bit. Mauling is our 4th land. Down to 18. Yeah, I think we have to bring up Blood Artist just as a chump blocker. We don't care about Blood Artist like comboing off like a lot of other decks do. And so while it is like a, you know, removal target. For sure. It gains us some life, slows the game down a little bit, can be a chump blocker for us in the early game, and then it's a combo piece kind of in the later game. And now the Legion ticks up. Untapped white source is what we're looking for. Thoughtseize, that's actually painful. Alright, Mauling tapped. Yeah, I think it's Blood Artist again. Either get rid of more removal or chump block, and then Wrath of God. Swings in. We want them to play more spells, so we're going to go ahead and chump block the Knight of the Evil Legion. Take 5 down to 9, gain 1 back up to 10. Play out something big. Luris. That's nice. That's real nice. All right, we play out, I think it's a white source here. We have black here, so yeah, it doesn't really matter. Wrath of God. Nice. A lot of their stuff can come back. That is really annoying. This is where we want the Ethereal Absolution. That would help a lot here. Scrap Heap can come back immediately. Gutterbones has to deal damage before they can do anything there. Gideon can just kind of keep down the Scrap Heap, though, and stop Gutterbones from really doing much. Agadeem's Awakening. That's less cool. Alright, I need 2 mana for Gideon. Okay. So, definitely play Gideon.
Show me what you can do.
They don't have anything in hand. Gutterbones can come back if we let them actually get in for damage. So maybe we just play out Blood Artist again. Alright, put it on the Knight of the Evil Legion. Chump. I'd rather take 3 damage than whatever this can pump up to if they find some sort of removal spell. Gideon can take it for 1 turn, so no blocks this time.
That won't happen again.
Draws a card. Hopefully something we can Thoughtseize. We'd love to hit another, like, take their Luris. That sucks. Double Maze Mind Tome. Alright, well, definitely take up on Knight. Maze Mind Tome. Do we play out both of them, or do we just try to draw a card here that we can play? I think we play both of them out now. Pass the turn. Basically try to tick these up as quick as possible to get us some life gain. It has to kill Gideon. Yep. Knight can take up twice next turn. Is that lethal? It's going to be pretty close.
All of you down.
Thoughtseize. Sure. Alright, and we're digging for board wipe. I think what they're thinking too is like drawing card now you can maybe hit another 1-drop, but if we run into board wipe, they're in trouble. Nope. To the bottom. Hey, I just got rid of you. To the bottom. What the crap? Alright. Scry? Dude, what is up with all these lands? Now is not the time for that stuff. Mauling is decent. That's worth playing. All right, pass the turn. We wait until they pump like crazy for Knight, and then we go for it. I'm fine taking 4 here. But not that. So we're going to go ahead and kill it before they do anything else. We could get them to spend 3 more mana on it. The odds that they don't, though, and we let it go through before we can actually cast that, hurts us way too much. But step on our upkeep again. Gutterbones comes back to hand, plays it out. Yep. Okay. Scry. We don't have the land for that now. I think we actually let this go to hand, though. And then we draw with the other one to try to find something else. A land would now be pretty nice. We got rid of a bunch of those before. Playing it now. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. Dude. All right, well, we get to gain 8 life on the next turn. So that's at least useful. Ethereal Absolution does shut them down pretty hardcore for a lot of the stuff they're playing. Down to 3. It doesn't necessarily get us away from Scrappy Scrounger, but... Alright, so we're looking for land here, I think. So, Scry. Gain 4 life. I mean, I'm not gonna not play a Wrath of God, right? So, keep that. Okay. Draw. Scrappy Scrounger comes back right away. They have some other cards to play as well. You can still gain 4 life. Digging for the land. Ethereal Absolution doesn't really stop Scrappy Scrounger, but it does if we can start taking out their graveyard, so then they can't actually bring it back very easily. Yeah. That's what we got. All right, now we need to dig for land. Yeah, if we can get both of these out, that would be amazing. It would. I think it completely shuts down their deck. As long as they don't get counters onto the knight. Is this an Agadeem's Awakening right now? That would be miserable. That would suck. Yeah, they're hovering over the graveyard. Call the Death Dweller or Agadeem's Awakening are both really bad for us. Luris. And can still play the another 1-drop out. They didn't use Scrappy Scrounger earlier. That's kind of interesting. They had a chance to get in for damage here. So now we... Unfortunately, Ethereal Absolution doesn't do much of anything here. Are we still dead to that? This goes up to 4, up to 7. 11 with Gutter Bones, 12 actually with Gutter Bones. So this has to go to the bottom. We have to find board wipe, or land does slow him down maybe enough. Sure. Cool. And still not a land. Come on. For the love. And now we're definitely dead, as long as they pump in with Knight. Dude, I know we got rid of a bunch of lands earlier. Yeah, those are all the lands that we were wanting for... We didn't have the Ethereal Absolutions when those were popping up, though. Wait, they didn't pump all the way with Knight? What? Nazis. Yeah, double Ethereal Absolution. Check that out. That's cool stuff. They missed lethal. Intriguing. Very, very intriguing. All right, Ethereal Absolution. We found the land. Please sacrifice something. The life gain still doesn't actually give us a shot, but maybe they won't pump with Knight again. All right, yeah, I mean, they let us play for a little bit, but they've got us still, right? So I was just surprised we got an extra turn to see, because we could actually find a land finally. Dude, that was brutal. Not finding any lands for that long. Ugh. All right, up against Zerkio. And we do have Wrath of Gods, because we have all of the creature removal. Let's just play up against control now, obviously. Trespasser's Curse can also slow down a deck, potentially. Whoa. So I want to go ahead and keep it. Gideon's nice. That is something we can play on turn 3. We need to find... I guess this has to be a white source to be able to make both these untapped. All right, this is the right kind of deck. All right, yeah, grab a white source. That's 2 creatures right away. Trespasser's Curse. Put it on you. Pass the turn. Gideon can slow him down. Then we have Wrath of Gods. Oh, that kind of deck, though. Yeah, maybe this is a little bit worse than I was hoping for. All right, well, Gideon.
Prepare to defend yourself.
So they actually want stuff to die. So Settle Wreckage, I guess, is our best friend. We could wait until later for that kind of thing, though. Let's gain some life. Well, thank you. So kind. Positive Reaver. Okay, down to 2. I guess I should have seen that. We basically just don't want things to die. I'm gonna put it here again. This is so telegraphing a Settle Wreckage, but I mean, what do you do, right? We're gonna settle no matter what. They get a lot of lands out of the deck. Yeah. Can't make a token. We do have another Gideon, so maybe this is fine.
We still have a chance.
Make him wonder a little bit more. We have to Wrath at some point still. This Gates Afterlife is definitely annoying, though. Okay, passes my turn. Got the Shrine tapped. So how does this read? So whenever a non-token creature you control dies, you gain 1 life. You draw a card, discard a card. Puts 4 creatures into the graveyard. They can discard potentially 2 more. We can always just hold up the Settle to an extent. So sure, just pass the turn. They keep getting it for like 1 creature or whatever. Pretty soon we can just start using the Castle Ardenvale to just kind of create a token and block. All right, so yeah, we'll settle now. That's 4 creatures that can't go to the graveyard. Yeah, they get tons of lands. That's 5 lands out. That's a lot of ramp that's good against us. I guess that works too. Yeah, Woe Strider does it all. All right, so that's Godfarer's Gift in the graveyard. I mean, hitting a non-token creature doesn't do anything for you, so that's... Get the Scry again. All you do is miss out on a land. And if you search for any lands here anyway, you don't even get what's on top. Stitcher Supplier. Alright, sweet. So do they actually get to go for Gate to Afterlife here? Yep. Lots of creatures. That's 6, I believe. They're also running the Massacre Worm. We can Massacre Worm, hit Citrus Supplier now. The issue is that they're just going to get back the God Pharaoh's Gift now. Emirizzle Call actually could be pretty nice for us later. We have Castle Ardenville as a token. Wrath of God stuff that comes out. Okay, Emirizzle Call tapped. We just need to get the 6 lands. We'll play... Pass the turn. Putting out Gideon just immediately dies with everything they bring back. They just bring back a God Pharaoh's Gift right now. They get a 4/4. We can chump block it real quickly. And then we just try to keep their board small. At some point, we hope that they just either mill themselves out too much, not have enough stuff on board. That's the dream. The dream within a dream. Yep, gain some life, do some more damage. Gain some life, do some more damage. Make a token. Alright, they're gonna use a mauling on that. That's totally fine. Honestly, now we might Massacre Worm, just get a little bit of extra damage out. Because this also, if they do bring out a bunch of other creatures, can be pretty nice for us. So we need another black source. Let's go ahead and grab that. They will be able to bring out Ravenous Chupacabra. We gotta do it. I think this is better than just going for Wrath of God here. We do want to save these for when it's a little bit more dire. Like, we want to be able to hit 2 of the tokens each time if possible. Priest of Forgotten Gods is really annoying. Okay, down to 12. Every creature that comes out brings you down a little bit more. Gate to Afterlife. Now you have a lot more stuff to bring back, though. Dang it. Yeah, this issue with playing one of these more grindy type of decks is that you come up against other people that have a better grindy plan. Sometimes it's just better. So Ravenous Chupacabra can kill the Massacre Worm. Yep. Mill some more stuff over. Cool. It's for 1.5 tons. Well, Wrath of God. If they do find another Gate to Afterlife, 3 tokens kills us. So we're going to go Gideon and use the emblem so that they have to go at Gideon. And then it also is a threat if they don't pressure on it. So yeah, emblem on Gideon.
Let's finish this.
Pass the turn. Maybe just making tokens would be better there than pulling out a Gideon. I don't think we had enough to do Wrath of God and that, though. 1 more land and we can. Just brings back the Woe Strider. Leaves up a couple creatures. Yeah, the life gain from this Trespasser's Curse has actually been pretty sweet. Fiend Artisan. I mean, the more creatures that you play, it's actually pretty good for us. They do get 2 hasty guys. Wrath of God gets to come down on the next time. Puts into the graveyard. Oh, that can come back as a massive creature, huh? Except it's a 4/4, but the ability is on the text, right? He gets +1 for each creature in the graveyard. Is that enough to do lethal to us? They can't kill Gideon, but they get 2 creatures. So Mire Triton. Get some life gain back. This is interesting. 12-12. All right, so they killed Gideon. They hit in for 12. Down to 4. I think untapped land is what we're looking for, so we can play a temple or Castle Ardenville as well. Not so. All right, Wrath. That's all we've got. Yeah, I go for Scries while you can. Sure. We're dead though, right? I mean, like, we can do some damage with Trespasser's Curse, but Mire Triton, these guys just kill us immediately anyway. So yeah, we're dead. All right, good game. We got nothing. They just kill us there. Yeah, Trespasser Curse actually was doing some work there for us. It definitely kept us in the game like 2 extra turns than it would have otherwise. We just, and this is where, like I was saying, if we were running Karn, we would have a really good chance of finding something useful to do there. But if we're not running Karn, then we kind of got nothing. All right, up against Nirap, man, the hands I want to keep the most are the ones that only have 2 lands. This always happens to me. We're gonna keep it though. We have a lot of good plays for the first few turns, and 27 lands means we should run into something along the way, right? So throw to the consoles, definitely worth shocking that in. If we're up against the right deck, it's great for us. We'll see how it goes. That's red. Goblins? We'll see. We'll also Trespasser's Curse before the Blood Artist. That's a land. We're drawing. We're doing it. We're doing it. We drew 1 land. Shocks. Oh, dang it. This is just straight up burn. No. Take it. All right, Burning Tree Emissary. We gain 2 life. You take 1. Not the best thing for Gruul Aggro to do. Or is it just mono red? Burning Tree Emissary? I mean, that's a way to overdo it though, or outpace us, is just play enough creatures. Back up to 20. Stompy boy. Cool. Settle the Wreckage. Nice. Alright, so White Source. Do I throw out Blood Artist? I mean, I don't want to spend nothing. Any incidental life gain here is good for us. This is really just a chump blocker, and it gains us life type of card. And then it occasionally can combo off with us later game. It's doing everything we want it to. Right now, we'll say no blocks, though. We're hoping for land for Settle the Wreckage. That'll be nice. Bone Crushing. Gain 2 more life back. We will stop this if we don't have anything else going for us. Curse number 2 is not the worst. Pass the turn. We will absolutely just chump block Bone Crushy. Embercleave would suck. That's bad. Okay. Shane Whirler. We gain 3 life, gain 4 life. Take a bunch and a half though. Come on, 4th land. We're running 27 lands in this deck. Oh, for the love. Deck. Come on, dude. This is... We are built to beat this deck. Like, this is what we're doing. All these things are the good early game stuff to help us get up to our Settle the Wreckage, to our Wrath of Gods, all this stuff. We're running 27 lands so that we don't get stuck on 3 lands. I know I kept a 2-land hand, but... Dude. Man, I just don't get it sometimes. You know, it's like, all right, well, no matter what you do, we'll keep this up against Meritax. Merax. I can say that. All right. We're up against goblins. We trained for this. I'm not sure if I thought seas first. I guess not. I don't know. Get out Triumph. We want to get Trespasser's Curse to be able to gain us some life. We want to be able to settle the wreckage when Muxus comes. When Muxus comes a-calling, that's when we do the settling type of stuff. Chief. War Chief. Now we Heartless Act instead. We got rid of ramp for some other kind of ramp. We kill a ramp. Ooh, now things are going slow. I like that. Trespasser's Curse could be really nice here, but I think we've got a Maze Mind Tome to try to hit the lands. If we can actually hit lands here, let's go ahead and activate this now just to get it out so that we aren't scrying it away on accident. Yep. Pass the turn. Krenko. Nope, to the bottom. Scry again. Yeah, I guess. Not a land, but it does kill a Krenko. And we only need Settle for when Muxus comes, right? So this is the time to kill Krenko. And we can still Thoughtseize, try to get rid of something else. I mean, yeah, it's not a bad turn. Chandra is annoying. In fact, Chandra might be worse. We have answers for Muxus to an extent. This ramps up to it. Matron can go find a Skirk Prospector. We can... Yeah. We take the Chandra. Pass the turn. Yeah, Skirk Prospector. Plays it out. They didn't find the 5th land yet, from what we're seeing. Come on, deck. Where is... I forgot to scry on the upkeep. But still. Alright. Lands on top. Alright, Trespasser's Curse. This could be enough for us, you know? Like, now your Krenkos don't actually help you too much. So you have to hope that it's just a bunch of chieftains you get to swing in for a massive amount of damage. Which, I mean, is very likely. Yep. We get to stay alive. I don't think Muxus can kill us here. Not quite. Muxus number 2. It was close. It was definitely close. We get some life gain with Maze Mind Tome. Yeah, we have to do Settle the Wreckage, so pass the turn. We get some life gain here. I'm hovering over this, so hopefully that they're not even thinking of Settle the Wreckage. Alright, so we settle. They get lots of lands out of the deck, which means Muxus can hit better stuff. We're hoping that they do go for Muxus here. And maybe they didn't hit the land, though. I guess they don't actually have it. They might not be able to play it this turn. Chandra. Ugh, that's even worse. Alright, gaining life now before bad things happen. Blood Artist. Alright, so we need a land for that to actually be worthwhile.
What? Yup, you're going down.
Miria's Call, tapped. We're hoping that they don't have anything with haste. We gain enough life with Trespasser's Curse. Take down on Chandra. They can still ramp him up though. Okay, Muxus. How bad does it get? I gain 1 life. Krenko. I mean, that's not... I mean, I guess we're still dead because they can go wide enough to hit in with Muxus enough. Yeah, okay, good game. Cool. Ah, dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Dude, why can't we ever find our 4th land? No matter how many lands I run, I can never find the 4th land. It's just like, nah, no, man. Taking the day off, you know. No way, bro. No way, bro. Up against Tianlin, and we have 3 lands. We're on the draw. We have a bunch of removal. We have the Wrath of Gods. We hope we're not up against control. Maybe we do hope we're against control. I don't think you ever really hope that an aggro deck's just going to come flying at your face here. Do I thin my deck out with this? Yeah, I guess so. That's the turn. I was just thinking that we guaranteed shock ourselves if we end up using Heartless Sack, which doesn't actually take care of Pellet Collector, which is a little bit annoying. Wrath of God's nice, though. Alright, grab a black source. Scoos. It's a scoos. That's pretty nice. Okay, kill Scoos before it can get counters on it. Taking 4 next turn. Sweet, no other creatures played. Oh, nothing else played? What? Sweet. Now we hold up Heartless Act. Yeah, we'll just kill this. We're fine taking 2 here. We might even like Maze Mind Tome before anything else now. With this Wrath of God to held up. Probably okay. We play 2 and get out a Blood Artist as like a chump blocker. We're going to Maze Mind Tome. Pass the turn. Opponent scoops it up. Yeah. All right, we got there with one. And we didn't actually get to like play our deck out, but that's kind of the issue. Is like these control matchups. If you get all of the right stuff at the right time, the game is over before too long. So yay, cool, we got there, sweet. All right, so in the wrap up with this deck, man, maybe 27 lands just isn't enough, you know. Maybe I need 29 or something to make sure that I hit the 4th land more consistently. More card draw in the early game. That probably is part of it. And I definitely think that having Karn in the deck is worth it for just extra stuff. Trespasser's Curse came through though. Like honestly, I was really impressed by Trespasser's Curse. It was really good. It for a 2-mana spell in the format right now, it was consistently doing like 5 to 10 points of damage like throughout the course of the game. Did it win us the game? No, not necessarily. But at the same time though, just like maybe you throw this into like a burn deck. There's enough stuff out there that this just burns people like crazy, that maybe like the Rakdos burn with Trespasser's Curse is something that should come back, because that did a ton of damage. So that was awesome. Massacre Worm was really good. I did notice I was just holding onto it for forever. There are times just to play it out as a 6/5, and I should have been doing that maybe a little bit more. If anything, I feel like every time that we got a Clackbridge Troll, we ended up having a much better chance at the game as well. So I feel like seeing more of that would have been nice. I mean, more Wrath Gods and actually hitting our lands would have been really nice too. Overall, the deck is fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. The keyword for this one, if you're on YouTube, make sure you put the comments down below. Keyword for this one is, let's call it, dude, let's do it curse. That's what's up. Curse down the bottom one. You are cursed is the key phrase. That lets me know down in the comments below that you guys are watched it to the end. You get to be a part of the club that is there, and so everyone else can kind of see that you guys actually made it to the end. And basically, it just lets me know that you guys actually are watching, which honestly does help me out a ton. Make sure you're subscribing, all that stuff. If you're one of the 70% of people that are watching that hasn't subscribed, you know, do it. I'd appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye.